and other dignitaries in this wonderful occasion. And really very pleased to stand in front of you to present my paper. The title, The Christ Prophet, Exploring Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the text of non-Muslims. Actually, my presentation will be in English as I am not a non-Malayali and it's not comfortable to me to speak in Malayalam. That's why seeking your pardon for continuing it in English. Anyway, my topic is Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in the text of Indian and Muslims. Really, why I choose this topic to explain before you, because in this time we are living in a situation where there is increasing division between the Hindu and Muslim and other communities in India. So it's an attempt to bridge that gap and bring together for religious harmony in the country. If we look into the situation, that we can find that there are many Indian non-Muslims who have contributed a lot of activities, including poems, biographies, essays, translations, discussions for Islam in the subject of Muslims. And amazingly, the major share of all their concentrations have been primarily centered on the figurehead of Islam, as the Muslim assert, the last messenger of God and prophet to the whole world, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The Indian non-Muslims have largely concentrated in the study of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So why they study Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? The first reason, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala says in Holy Quran, وَرَفَعْنَا لَكَ ذِكْرَكَ. Allah says in Quran, we have raised your remembrance. So Prophet will be discussed, prized and commemorated by all people, not only Muslims. Secondly, Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was sent to whole humanity. That's why all those who are included in humanity, they will also sing the praise of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Third reason I want to say, Hamd, which means praise, is root or masdar for Muhammad and Ahmad. They are respectively imply the most praiseworthy and one who praises the most, and reciprocally relate to the Almighty Allah. So Muhammad, who is most prized, and Ahmad, who prizes most. That's why Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was prized. That's why Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was studied by non-Muslims because it's also prized. So, to enter into my discussion, I'd like to start with Indian ancient religious texts. We know Vedas, Puranas, Mahabharatas. So, there are discussions that even these ancient texts also bear the name of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, also bears the mentions of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And in this regard, there have been many works, especially the first name comes from the Sanskrit Prayer University research scholar Pandit Dr. Ved Prakash Patel. His masterpiece Hindi work Kalki Avatar and Muhammad Sahib, consisting two books, which was published by Saraswat Vedanta Prakash Shankhabha of Allahabad in 1969. In this book, the author asserts presumption of possible interpretations and descriptions of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in Vedas, Puranas, Mahabharata and other Hindu scriptures with their textual evidences. He examined several qualities and conditions of Hindu mythological figures like Kalki Avatar with comparative analogies and asserted their similarity with Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. For example, in first book Narasamsa and Nandi Buddha, he claimed that Narasamsa means the prized man, is synonyms to Muhammad, which also means the highly prized, not only in etymological meaning but also practical aspects, as the former would have 12 wives, the later had, and so on. He also related Antim Rishi to Khatmun Nabi. In Hindu mythological texts, there is mention of Antim Rishi. In Islam, it is Khatmun Nabi. So, the author relates such kinds of similarities between Hinduism and Islam, and he tries to establish that he is none other than Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So there are different opinions of Muslims about the acceptance of such claims, but there have been such discussions. This book was later translated by Bengali linguist Ashit Kumar Bandyopadhyay with the addition of one more part as Muhammad in the Vedas and Mahabharata into Bengali. Then Muhammad Alamgir combined all books with their English translation into a single edition titled Muhammad in the Hindu Scriptures, which was published in 2011 by A.S. Nuruddin from Malaysia. So, at first example, we can find that Prophet ﷺ has been discussed by many Hindu scholars studying their religious text. Second, the tapestry of Indian non-Muslims on Prophet Muhammad ﷺ also includes some beautiful biographies and life events. Among them, the great admirer of interfaith unity, Pandit Sundarlal's work, Hazrat Muhammad of Islam. Pandit Sundarlal, originally published in Hindi by Vishwa Amarnath, Vishwani Press, Allahabad in 1941, the book was translated into Urdu and other languages. The 224 pages book contained the pre-prophetic conditions of Arab, comprehensive biography of Prophet ﷺ, basic teachings of Islam and viewpoints from the West in detail. So, look how Hindus also contributed to the biographies, development of biographies of Prophet ﷺ in India. And you know, A. Sajivan, a Kerala scholar, A. Sajivan, a journalist and writer from Kerala, published a wonderful book titled Oru Amusliminte Periyapatta Islam. My pronunciation may be wrong, but the translation is Islam, the beloved to a non-Muslim. It was published in 2017, which was subsequently translated into English and Hindi and published by Book Plus Publishers, Jamaat Malappuram. A Bengali version is also under process. The book contains analytical insights about Islam. However, any description about Islam without the Prophet of Islam is incomplete. Here, Sajivan provided profound inspiration and morals in the life of Prophet ﷺ. So, firstly, Vedic analysis. Secondly, biographies and life events. Then by non-Muslim Indians. Thirdly, poetry. Many non-Muslim Indians also wrote poetries in praise of Prophet ﷺ. I will give one example here. For example, to explain, Chaudhry Dhiluram, he later converted to Islam. Chaudhry Dhiluram composed more than 40 poems or naats in the praise of Prophet ﷺ under the pen name Kausari, which were published in an anthology titled Hindu Ki Naat. The book name was given Hindu Ki Naat. It was published by Khaja Hasan Nizami in 1937. This Hindu man from Punjab dared to challenge the British conspiracy of communalism by singing the song of composite culture. His one couplet goes this way: कुछ इश्क मोहब्बत में नहीं शर्त मुसलमान है कौसरी हिंदू भी तलबगार मोहम्मद अल्लाह रे क्या रौनक बाजार मोहम्मद के माबूद जहां भी है खरीदार मोहम्मद. In English, being a Muslim is not a condition for loving Muhammad. Kausari, the Hindu man, is also a seeker of Muhammad. By Allah, how delightful is the bazaar of Muhammad, for the Lord of the world is also buyer of Muhammad. So, think how a non-Muslim was so engulfed with the love of Prophet ﷺ. He later accepted Islam in Medina. And many also national figures, also like Mahatma Gandhi and other freedom fighters, also praised Prophet ﷺ in their different styles. The list of Indian non-Muslim great men in praise of Prophet ﷺ also includes our father, national father, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. He was well impressed by the personality of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. In his speech at a function in Ahmedabad in 1937, he said, it was also reported in the July edition of his Harijan Bandhu. So he said, from my reading I received the impression that Prophet was a seeker of truth. He was God-fearing. In this I know I am not telling you anything new. I am only describing to you how I was impressed by his life. So by this description we can understand that many non-Muslim Indians also contributed to the studies of Prophet ﷺ or prophetic studies. So these are actually efforts to bridge the gap created by communalism or hatred politics. We have to understand it and spread it. And spread the message of peace in India, establishing an atmosphere of religious harmony